纽约市皇后区的艾姆赫斯特医院外，人们冒着雨大排长龙，许多人已经出现了症状，等着新冠病毒的筛检。
All the patients in this room, all the feet that you see, they all have COVID.
急诊室医生 Colin Smith 拍下医院里物资极度缺乏的现状，病床饱和，资源及人手短缺。更有医生描述，此情此景犹如末世降临。
So many people are saying it's going to be okay, everything's fine, we have what we need. And if this goes on for a month or 2 or 3 or 5 like it did in China, and we're already this strained, we don't have what we need.
纽约终于等来联邦政府拨发了400台呼吸机，但这根本应付不了暴增的病患。因等不到中央伸出援手，已经和川普对着干的纽约州州长古默，这回更怒了。
You picked the 26,000 people who are going to die because you only sent 400 ventilators.
26号确诊超过82000人后，美国正式取代大陆，真正成为全球疫情的震央。一切都在复制武汉疫情爆发初期的场景。毫无准备的美国医疗系统正在崩溃。
We have it totally under control.
We think it's going to have a very good ending for us, so that I can assure you as the heat comes in. Typically that will go away in April. We're in great shape, though. The risk to the American people remains very low, but we're totally prepared. We have the best people in the world, very well under control. We're in great shape. Compared to other places, we are in really good shape. We will win this war, and we'll win it much sooner than people think. We'll be back in business as a country pretty soon.
对于疫情，川普始终如一的乐观，可现在的结果肯定非他所预期。而这原本是一场可以提前准备的战役。早在今年1月初，大陆就向美方通报了疫情，但直至武汉沦陷，川普能隔岸观火不干其事。即便美国疾控中心 CDC 提出美国将面临大流行的警告，川普还是公开驳斥。这种不信任专家与专业判断的性格，更体现在疫情蔓延全球之际。白宫在2月提交的2021年财年预算中，大砍公卫体系的预算。
To really understand the priorities of U.S. presidents, look at their budget. The headlines? More big hikes for military spending.
President Trump unveiled his $4.8 trillion wish list today, which includes cuts to Medicaid and other social safety net programs.
为了实现2024年把太空人重新送上月球， NASA 在2021财年预算增加了12%，整体军费则增至史上最高的7405亿美金，而预算有增必有减。环保与住建分别砍了26%与15.2%。作为医疗产业市场化改革的一部分，美国卫生部被砍了10%，对外援助更大减21%。这包括提供给世界卫生组织的经费削减幅度超过50%。
Tremendous waste and tremendous fraud.
而总部位于亚特兰大的美国疾病管制和预防中心 CDC 不但负责全美，更提供世界各国公卫协助，合作阻止传染病爆发与全球扩散。但川普上台后，在2018财年的预算就砍了10%，隔年又砍了19%，这次要再减15%，让 CDC 一年经费只剩70亿美金，这还不到美国军费的1%，其中还包括给各州5亿美金的分类拨款，这等于是一张空头支票。前 CDC 主任汤姆·弗里登就在《时代》杂志撰文说，这是前所未有的灾难性削减。
How many resources do we devote to protecting Americans? The CDC protects Americans. It works 24/7 to do that, and it can only do that if it gets the resources from Congress. But in addition to the amount of money provided for protection, there's also how it's provided. Block grants basically send a blank check to the states and say, use it how you see fit. That may be good policy for some parts of government. For public health, it's really bad government. You cannot give guidance. You cannot make sure that the programs that are implemented are the ones that work. You can't make sure that the states don't use it to replace their own money. You can't hold them accountable. It's not being diligent stewards of the money that is entrusted in CDC. So a block grant really undermines accountability and it undermines effectiveness.
Is this the one that actually is currently sweeping the nation.
Correct.
位于维吉尼亚的国家实验室主要是做流行性病毒检测，然后将分析结果交给美国 CDC。
The laboratory performs laboratory testing to support the identification of infectious diseases that are of public health significance.
但因 CDC 削减经费，这实验室自前年起也缩小了规模。同样的情况也发生在与 CDC 合作的全美各实验室，这导致这次新冠疫情的筛检能力上完全溃不成军。
If you cut the funding for those people who are doing this work, it won't get done. We would have been in big trouble.
经济学人杂志引述防疫专家的话说，在疫情爆发初期，可以透过筛检进行隔离，避免疫情扩大。但受预算掣肘，美国 CDC 并没有这么做，已经失去了先机。而美国一直以来在全球公卫与防疫上处于领导的角色，如2013年在非洲的伊波拉病毒，2016年中南美的兹卡病毒，都是因为美国 CDC 强势介入，透过国际合作避免了在美国本土的大流行。但也因 CDC 预算的删减，让这全球防疫安全网破裂。
So in terms of tackling Ebola, there was a supplemental aid package that was passed to try to help build infrastructure in countries to tamp down the outbreak and actually prevent future outbreaks. And so now what's happening with cutting that funding is that it's actually creating more of a risk in the future. If there's another outbreak, then we don't have that infrastructure to prevent the outbreak from spreading.
路透本周的独家报道就指出，就是因为川普上台后的几年间大幅缩减派驻各国的卫生与科学专家，包括 CDC 在北京的人员大砍2/3以上，这让美方无法在第一时间了解新冠病毒在大陆蔓延的第一手讯息。因为川普逐年预算的删减 ，CDC 在美国本土公卫安全第一道防线已经撤守，更遑论川普的医疗产业市场化改革，削减了医护培训经费，间接导致这次疫情造成的医疗体系崩溃。而公卫体系的投资如同保险，正如川普所言，美国有最好的专家与人才，却受制于经费与制度的破坏。等不到联邦政府的援助，纽约在曼哈顿先盖了临时停尸间，准备接收大量病死遗体。而纽约人对此并不陌生。2001年911事件后，也曾有这样的帐篷。